Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Technic Trials with your host, Nighthawk. We're over here at our first quarry because it seemed like a good idea to get it operational again now that we have a fuel supply. We're not going to do anything special with the cart system quite yet here, but I did want to get the quarry up and running again so that we can start collecting ore again and make sure that our supplies don't dwindle too much. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up the sorting chest, which is all the plain white. That should be the correct one. And I'm going to hook up a peat-fired engine. Actually, I know how I can double check to make sure that I have the correct chest. And so you can see this this ender pouch is hooked up to the sorting chests, and you can see that the chest here opened up, which means that we're on the right one. So we're going to put our peat-fired engine right here. And now we're going to hook up the other ender chests that I have in my inventory to correspond to our peat bars, which is white, brown, white, and hook up our provider logistics pipe. Doesn't look like I was smart enough to bring a regular logistics pipe out here with me. But fortunately, I was smart enough to grab the request pipe and a transport pipe so that we can request another one. Well, let's get those hooked up real quick. There we go. And let's go ahead and request from here a basic logistics pipe. There we go. Now we are going to hook up the supplier pipe directly to the back of the peat-fired engine. We'll hook up the chest here, a provider pipe, and a basic pipe that we are going to set as the default route. Nothing in that one because I have the wrong colors on it. And we're going to turn that one brown, and now we have peat bars. So let's go ahead and grab some peat bars out. Hit our handy dandy wrench, and we're going to say we want to keep 8 peat bars supplied. And that should be all we need to set up for this wonderful machine. Let's give it an on-off switch, and we could also even hook this up with a remote switch, remote redstone receiver, so that we could control the quarry from our main headquarters, but we're not going to worry about that quite yet because we'll just leave this running for now, and we can always set up the recyclers and other things in a fairly short period of time. Actually, you know what? While we're here, we might as well set it up with a remote switch. That way we don't have to run all the way back out here when we need to turn it off. So let's go ahead, grab a wireless receiver. We're going to need a wireless transmitter as well. And let's see if I happen to have... I don't, unfortunately. What I was hoping I had was a flip-flop that I could just use it as a toggle with a button. But that's okay. We're going to put this back in the right place. Pick up the switch. That's the wrong direction. Like so. Now, let's say Quarry enable. Let's go 300 for our quarries. Quarry enable. Set name. I don't know what this does, but looks interesting. Maybe it's for other things. Doesn't seem to do anything. Anyway, so now we can go back to our headquarters and set that switch up so that we can control it from back at the home base. Grab our pipes here, and I'm not sure how deep our quarry is right now. I think we still have a fair distance before we get down to bedrock or anything like that. Woo! Let's not fall in. There we go. Get back out of there. I really just wanted to come down here. And I wanted to see if I can turn off the water flow. Wow, that's going to take a while to update all the way down. Really, I just kind of want to see how deep this goes. You can see all kinds of ore on the wall here. Once this is done, we will probably make a small move to where the quarry is located. So yeah, we're not all the way down by any means. There are some caves that around here that we could look at. Well, that doesn't seem to go anywhere. So yeah, the quarry is doing fine. We got a lot more space that it can go before it runs out, so we will just find our way back up to the surface here. Yes, I know, I really should use like a shovel, it would be faster and things, but I don't care. This tool gets repaired whenever I put it in the other bag anyway. So anyway, let's go back home, and I think what we will start working on is putting together some of the advanced machines, because I'd like to get a mass fabricator started, and there's kind of a specific reason why I want to do that, and that is sticky resin in particular. But I've got an idea for a way of building a solar panel factory that will make HV solar arrays without using anything like, we won't use equivalent exchange to make the parts. We're actually going to use industrial craft to make the source components by using UU matter. Thought that would be a kind of a cool way of doing it. I haven't seen any solar factories done this way. I have seen other solar factories that use equivalent exchange to create the source materials, but nothing that uses UU matter to craft them. So first, let's go ahead and... What did I do? I put the transmitter down out there, didn't I? Oh, I can't believe I did that. Okay, so that was a wasted trip home. Let's, I bet I know what happened. I put the receiver down first, it was the wrong direction, and the inventory tweaks were kind enough to change what was in my inventory. Haha, gotcha. You're no match for me. Flying over creepers. Flying, flying, flying around. Okay. So, yep, there is our wonderful transmitter. There we go. Now then, Quarry enabled, and now we go back home. So yeah, anyway, I think I will be starting, I probably won't start construction on the factory itself quite yet. First of all, we need to actually get some, we need to get the first of the mass fabricators built first. Once we get this thing up and running, we will probably use several mass fabricators to enhance the speed of it especially for the materials that take many, many thousands of them. I'm probably going to model the overall factory design after one that I've seen, and I've used similar configurations before as well. It's a basic equivalent exchange-based one that we can adapt to our needs. So that will be the base design, and once I start construction on the factory itself, I will link to the person that I first saw use the design. They may not be the originator, but it's where I found the design. Where is that zombie at? What are you doing? Sorry, kitty cat. Now who's playing with my door? Okay, a little kitty cat got inside here. So yeah, anyway. I also have some more brains, or some more skulls and brains and stuff that I can make more jars here. I should do that off camera sometime. And do some more cool things with Thaumcraft. Yeah, so many things to do, so little time. Anyway, let's go ahead and make sure to get our... We're going to put the switch for this in here. I'm going to close this door in case somebody decides to try and come in. We're going to put the switch, the transmitter this way, and we'll put a lever right here. And let's set this to Quarry Enable and turn it on. And now we should see stuff pop into our sorting ender bag for brief moments in time before they get sorted away. And we can also go downstairs and we should see things happening down there as well, if all is working the way it's supposed to. We can also start working on our on all of the stuff we need to make our mass fabricator. So we're going to need energy crystals. We've got plenty of resources to make those. So we'll go ahead and start by doing that. Wrong bag. I'm surprised I'm not actually seeing stuff. I'm going to go downstairs to the sorting room so that we can actually see things moving around and make sure it's working the way it's supposed to. I don't see anything. I guess I should probably also connect up a power output system in here. I'm going to move this chest to in front. Is this an alchemical chest? It is. Good. I'm going to switch it with an alchemical chest just because. That stuff was in there. I think what else was in this chest? Was it just the rare earth loads? And these don't have a usage yet. Hopefully those will actually have a usage sometime in the future. That would be kind of nice. I'm going to take that pipe out. And we are going to find... one thing to keep in mind, as far as our purposes here, our Peat engines are not going to power this completely on their own. So that's all. This stuff all works. I've got enough sand in here for the time being, but I will want to keep an eye on it. I was looking in this bag for conductive pipes. I guess I don't have... Oh, there's 2 of them. That might be enough. And I need some wooden ones. So basically, what I'm going to do is bring the power out to input from about here. That way I can put 3 Peat engines around it, and hopefully that will keep this reasonably well supplied. Okay, so our quarry is working. I just saw stuff come out of our sorting. And these should have enough room to last a fair while. We should probably hook these into other systems at some point. And we'll also sort out all of the junk into our upcoming recycler chest so that we can feed our mass fabricators with lots of things to recycle, with lots of recycled material. So 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more gold transport pipes. And I'm going to need a wooden transport pipe. And I'm going to drop the... Well, that didn't work so well. No, not that one. I want this one. And now let's go ahead and request... Well, we'll request 2 of them because I think I can set the 2 of them up pretty easy. And we also need to request another ender chest. And let's see what we have for pipes. We've got a supplier and a provider. I need this in my inventory. Oops. What I wanted to do was this button. I don't need that. I also need a basic logistics pipe. And let's see here. Peat-fired engines. Let's get some of this excess stuff out of my inventory. It seems like a never-ending battle. So we're going to go ahead and stick one of these. See, what I'm not sure of is if I can get away with 1 supplier pipe or not. So let's try it this way with a supplier pipe here. And we'll put our provider pipe and our logistics pipe. And then we'll stick our ender chest. Where did the ender chest go? Is it still making it, or did we just not get it? Oh, we're missing an ender pearl. I didn't see that before. Okay, well, let's run upstairs and make an ender pearl for it real quick. Or, let's see, do I have... I never made my transmutation tablet again. You know what? I don't need this ender chest right here. I have the ender pouch, which is perfectly able to do what I need. So we will use that instead. Yeah, so that'll work. And for... As far as the factory goes, I will probably do most of the initial prep work on the construction off camera, just because there's going to be a lot of probably really boring stuff that I doubt anybody is really going to find too interesting. Well, let's see what this does. Okay, so it filled this one. Oh, it's Seems to be doing what I expected it to. Sort of. Okay, so these might get a little bit more peat than is actually intended, but that's okay. Now, we need to request some more. Why is there an ostrich in my base? Stupid ostrich. We need another lever, and we're just going to do this with 2 levers because I'm lazy and don't want to hook up anything fancy for this purpose. So we're going to put a lever here, we're going to put a lever here, and that should keep all of these machines. It's not going to max them out when they are all at full production, but it should at least, when there's large gaps between smeltable items, it should at least keep them operating and building energy. I don't think we need to turn on the pulverizer quite yet. We've still got tons of sand in here. And these are charging up nicely. So hopefully there's some more ore coming across. So that's perfect. And let's take a quick look at our record time. I think we are going to make this a little bit shorter of an episode. I've had a lot of longer episodes lately. So I think we're going to call this episode where it is now. And we will start work on the solar factory for the next episode. And I hope you guys have a great evening. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.